Is the Met's use of HD simulcast an effective way to bring people into opera?
Definitely. I think it's actually a really, really brilliant idea. I wish that they had done it sooner because it's given, I mean, just even between us, more opportunities to see the opera, and we are in opera. So for people who aren't interested in opera like we are, I can't even imagine the worlds that it's opened up to them to have a real opera with the real stars so readily available to them.
And how about the way they do the backstage interviews and the close-up shots? How do you feel about that? Do you think it ruins the integrity of the opera, or do you think it opens it up to more people?
I think it opens it up to more people because, I mean, they're human people too. Like the opera stars are just as important as anything else, and it makes it more interesting to see that it's not. I mean, it's not like a movie necessarily. You're seeing live theater, and getting to see them as real people makes it feel, gives it more of that live flavor that it does. And having close-ups, I mean, you don't even get that when you see it live. That's special.
Um, how do you feel this will affect the various opera companies around the world? Do you think it will become a catching trend in the opera companies other than the Met? Do you think it will help or hurt the live performance aspect of things?
You know, I really don't know. And that's something I'd thought about. Like, isn't this taking away from all of the glory of a live performance? But I'm, it's scary because people talk all the time about operas dying, and this is, though it's almost taking away from the live theater aspect, it's helping keep it alive. So it's scary, but it's so good at the same time. And I hope it becomes catchy because then you get more flavors of opera. You get to see more people performing. It's going to reach more people. The more that it's out there, the more people that are showing opera in a live stream like this to movie theaters, the more people can go see it and the more it can catch on.
And do you think that that will then translate into more people going to live theater and seeing more performances on their own that aren't broadcast?
I would hope so. I know that when I've seen a couple of the HD broadcasts, and in turn I've had like this fire lit in me to be like, oh God, I want to sit in the theater and see that. I want to see what that feels like, when I'm in the same room as these people. So for me, it brings that, and I hope that it brings that for other people.
Do you think this will change the way singers learn to perform? Do you think it will make the technique used different or make it a different way to perform? Or do you think it won't change?
I don't think so. You're still, I mean, it's live theater, and theater's always been recorded, at least.
To some extent, yeah.
Yeah, usually there's a recording made of the performance, so it's basically the same thing, and they haven't altered anything for that. The only difference is this is being broadcast live, usually. But it's still live theater. It's still a live operatic performance that you're going to see. I would hope that they don't change techniques. I don't think the acting techniques need to change or anything.
And last question. Do you think that the HD broadcasts are going to help or hurt the world of opera as a whole?
I think they're going to help. I think that they are getting opera out to the masses, and I think that they are I think they have the ability to reach a younger generation, and I would hope then that that generation can latch onto it and realize the beauty that's in it and carry it with them their whole lives so that opera doesn't die out with the generations that are coming towards, they're aging right now.
Stevie Norman, thank you so much for your time.
Of course.